What is time when it becomes a matter of health? Welcome, dear fellow sufferers, or rather, fellow waiting room sufferers. Today we'll delve into a concept that, in the world of medicine, takes on overtones worthy of a science fiction film: time. We're not just talking about seconds, minutes, and hours, but something much deeper. In the ward, time transcends simple chronological measurement. It's not just a ticking clock, but a living, pulsating entity that expands and contracts at will. It takes on emotional nuances that can make you feel like you're in a Greek epic. It also has practical facets, capable of transforming a simple visit into an Indiana Jones-like undertaking. This capricious time profoundly influences the patient's experience. It can be your ally or your worst enemy. The perception of time changes according to different medical situations. A minute can last an eternity, or an hour can fly by in the blink of an eye. It's a paradox that only those who have worn hospital pajamas can fully understand. Waiting rooms. Mystical places where Newtonian physics gives way to a parallel dimension. Here, the wait expands exponentially, transforming minutes into veritable eternities. It's as if time itself decided to take a coffee break, leaving you in limbo. Anxiety amplifies this perception, making every second a burden. Uncertainty, then, is the fuel for this temporal distortion. It creates an experience of suspension where the outside world seems to continue, but your internal time seems to stand still. It's an art, the art of waiting, that can only be learned with practice and a healthy dose of resignation. Then there are emergency situations where time contracts drastically. Here, every second becomes crucial, a butterfly's wing beat that can change the course of events. Every decision takes on vital weight, like a chess game with life. Speed becomes essential, almost a superpower. Immediacy is not a luxury, but an urgent necessity. They are essential elements for survival, where time is no longer a concept, but an action. Waiting for clinical results introduces another dimension of time, perhaps the cruelest. It's described as a suspended eternity, a limbo between before and after. Anxiety and hope blend together in an explosive emotional cocktail. This waiting creates an intense emotional experience, one that goes far beyond the simple measurement of time. Waiting is measured in heartbeats, held breaths, whispered hopes. The uncertainty can seem endless, a never-ending tunnel. It's a time when the mind wanders, constructing scenarios and demolishing them with equal speed. Every phone ring becomes a momentous event. Every silence, a premonition. The role of bureaucracy is often overlooked, yet crucial. It's the dragon that guards the treasure of care, and overcoming it requires forms and stamps. Filling out forms exasperatingly slows down the care process. Document management, then, is a dark art that few master. Administrative procedures slow down the treatment process, creating a paradox worthy of a Kafka novel. Bureaucracy can become an insurmountable obstacle when speed is essential. It's as if the system has its own internal clock, ticking at its own pace. A pace that ignores human needs. A pace that sometimes seems to test your patience to the limit. Imagine you're racing against time for your health. Then, suddenly, you're faced with a mountain of paperwork. Each completed form is a small victory, but also a reminder of the inherent slowness of the system. It's a surreal ballet between the need to act and the obligation to fill out the form. An experience that makes you question the logic of the world. But, ultimately, it's also part of the journey. Time in medicine is never neutral. It's not a mere backdrop, but a leading actor. It's a dynamic element, adapting to circumstances like a chameleon. It affects the patient experience in different, sometimes surprising, ways. It can be an unbearable slowness, making you feel like you're waiting forever. It can be a relentless urgency, making you run breathlessly. It can be a hopeful wait, where every second is a step toward healing. This journey through the temporal dimensions of medicine reminds us of the preciousness of every moment. It underscores the importance of timely and effective treatment. Evolution remains eternal, a constant reminder of human progress and resilience. And we, the patient, are the navigators of this temporal odyssey. Let us learn to dance to the rhythm of this capricious time. Let's learn to find humor even in the longest waits. Let's learn to appreciate every moment of care. Because, ultimately, time is the most precious resource we have. And in the labyrinth of healthcare, learning to manage it, or at least laugh about it, is half the cure. So, next time you find yourself staring at the clock in the waiting room, remember, you are not alone in this temporal adventure. We're all in the same boat, or rather, in the same waiting room. And maybe, just maybe, time is teaching us something greater. Something about patience, hope, and the extraordinary human capacity for adaptation. And to wait. Always. But with a smile, hopefully. Let us remember that every moment passes, time flows, but evolution remains eternal. Until next time.